Magic fans, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. And today we are playing, I think, probably my favourite deck that I've played in the Tarkir standard format. And it's an absolute powerhouse, or it has been in the few games I've played, but it's very, very fun. And you'll see we've got Doppelgang. Doppelgang is a really, really fantastic card. But bizarrely, this is not a win condition. It's there for fun. In fact, you could probably take out Doppelgang and put in some more creatures to improve it, or maybe more removal, but I love Doppelgang. But it's focused around Temur Battlecrier. We have seen this on the channel before, I think in one of the first few decks I played. It's a 3 mana, all in the team of colours, so green, blue and red, 4/3, and has, during your turn, spells you cast 1 less than cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Now interestingly, it doesn't say other creature, so the Battlecrier sees itself. So the floor is everything you cast costs 1 less to cast on your turn. If you have 2 Battlecriers, everything will cost 4 less to cast, because each Battlecrier will see itself and the other one twice, essentially, so that's 4. And essentially, our deck is made up of 4 or higher power creatures to make use of that cost reduction. And a lot of them are 3 mana cards. So we have our cast Trailblazer, a 3 mana 4/2. We can plot it for 3 as well, meaning we exile it as a sorcery. We pay 3, and then at a future we can cast it without paying its mana cost, and when it enters we add 1 mana of any colour. Then when another creature we control with power 4 or greater enters, we draw a card. So we're going to be playing a lot of creatures with power 4 or greater, so we're going to be drawing a lot of cards, and we can plot this on turn 3, then get it on down on turn 4, play out a Battlecrier, and obviously we'll have mana from the Trailblazer, and then maybe play something else as well. Because one of the problems with playing, a deck full of 4 power or higher creatures is it's reasonably slow, but this isn't, because if we play a Battlecrier on turn 3, which is obviously not out of the ordinary, then on turn 4, assuming we have 4 lands, we could play a 3-drop, say, like the Trailblazer, and then play another 3, well, maybe 2 more 3-drops, because we're paying 2 mana for the first one, and then 1 mana for the other 2, or one of our 4-drop, which is Cactusfolk Sureshot. I've not seen on my channel before, I've never played it. It's from Outlaw of the Further Junction. A 4 mana 4/4 with Reach and Ward 2. That's pretty good. And it says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, other creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain trample and haste in a turn. So that's bonkers. We could, on turn 4, have down a 4/3, a 4/2, another 4/3 and Spinner of Souls, and then give them more haste and trample. It's insane. Speaking of Spinner of Souls, we have seen this recently in our Civ 6 Ceremony deck. A 3 mana 4/3 of Reach. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, another non-token, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So again, if our opponent removes our creatures, then we're going to just get creatures back. Obviously, if they remove the Spinner first, then, fine. But they've used the removal spell on a pretty decent creature, but probably not our best one. Then, rounding out our creatures, we do have 2 copies of Bloomvine Region. This is more for the life gain, and the idea that we're going to be paying, casting it for 2 or 3, not 5, because it's 4/5 a flyer. Whenever this or another dragon we control enters, we gain 3 life. We can claim territory, pay 3 to search 2 basic forests, put 1 into our hand and 1 with battlefield tapped, but we don't necessarily need that. Then we have 4 Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Obviously we can impend for 3, and impend is a casting cost, so that cost is reduced by the Battlecrier as well. But then if we got the Battlecrier down, we can pay 4 to get it, full powered, or 3 if we've got 2 creatures down. So often we do that, and obviously giving it haste with the Sureshot is great, because then we get 2 of those everywhere token lands on 1 turn. And our last creature is 2 copies of Ureni, the Song Undending, one of the Spirit Dragons, 8 mana in Temur with 10/10 flying, protection from white, protection from black. So pretty hard to remove. Protection white and black are the colours which have outright removal. Obviously red is primarily, or pretty much only, damage based, and dealing 10's quite hard. Blue can bounce, obviously, and green is fight. But then Ureni has, when it enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of creatures and or planeswalkers opponent controls, where X is the number of lands you control. So we've got 7 lands, it comes down, it does 7, split between any number of creatures or planeswalkers. So it can act as a one-sided board wrath. And then obviously if it has haste with the Sureshot, just smashing it for 10 is just it's game over, basically. Then rounding out the deck, we have 2 copies of Lumbering World Wagon, which can help fix our mana base because it can fetch any basic land, whereas the claim territory from the region can only fix basic forests. So sometimes we might need to fetch an island or a mountain, and then we can either crew it because it'll most likely have 4 or more power, and when it's a creature, we'll get an extra discount because of the Battlecrier, and sometimes we may want to smash in. And obviously we can attack and get additional lands, which helps with Ureni. Then obviously we have Double Game, which I mentioned, and then a removal are 2 copies of Burst Lightning for target removal and 4 copies of Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End is a slight nombo because a few of our creatures have toughness 3 or less. Trailblazer, Spinner of Souls, and Battlecrier all have toughness 3 or 2 in the Trailblazer's case. So it's not great if we've got a board, but if we're against mono red aggro or our opponent's gone really wide and we've got enough creatures in our hand because of the Spinner of Souls, or we've got a spinner down and we're fine wiping our board because we're going to get creatures back, we fire for Brotherhood's End. Or if we've got a Regent down or an Overlord or a Ureni, then it's not going to kill them. So that's, like I said, it is great fun and surprisingly powerful. I've not played a huge amount of games, but I've won every one, and some of them just haven't been close. It's only in the play queue. It's not going to do well against the Omniscience decks, but it's very different, and it's just fun getting a board full of 4/4s or 4/3s and just smashing in, and then getting a 10/10. What's really fun is if your opponent wipes your board and you've got a couple of Spinner of Souls out and you get 5 triggers, and you just draw 5 more creatures and one of them is Ureni. That's quite fun, and then you can smash him the next turn. So really, really powerful, really, really fun. I really enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. Special shout out to my Planeswalker level patrons. They are Mihal and Arcadius. Thank you very much for the support. Everyone else, if you would like to support me, please have a look at my Patreon. I understand that is not for everyone, but if you could just make sure you leave a comment, like and subscribe. What you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see more of, what you might like to see less of, what decks you would like to see me play. Please engage so it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that'll help grow the channel. But in the meantime, I'll see you all in my gameplay. Well, we have all our colours, and Battlecrier and Cactusfolk will reduce the cost of our things. We're on the draw against mono red. I think we just take this out now. Just a talent's promising. I think that's worthy of a keep as well. We may just fire that off next turn. Ghost Vacuum? I suppose that's for the Omniscience decks. Do you have another one? No. Well, I think we do it now because we don't want our Battlecrier dying, basically. It's fine. You should probably take in your own Swift Spear. We're not going to get our stuff back. Do they have a counter? No, you do not. it's hard to know whether to fire it off now or wait. Obviously, if it's an actual buff card, buff spell, they can grow the otter over 2. We will we won't block. They've got removal. That needs to be something. And it's not. Well, I think let's get down an Overlord. And let's get him for 4. This game's a bit loud. Turn it down a bit. I wonder what their other card was. Well, let's Trailblazer for 1. And we'll add a... Oh, his first line in. Doesn't matter. And we have 3 reduction of 3, so it's only 1, I think. We can't do it for 2, can we? No. What we'll do is we'll just do 1. Copy our Cactusfolk. And I think that's lethal, because both Cactusfolks will see each other, give each other haste, and we're attacking for 18, so yeah, lethal. We're on the draw, but we have a lot of 4-power creatures. Probably just plot the Trailblazer on turn 3. And hopefully we're not up against mono red and we're not dead. Because if we Trailblazer turn 3, then turn 4 we can get down that and the Battlecrier, and then assuming things survive, you know, we've got a pretty cheap Sure Shot and Overlord. Our opponent's on Jeskai and they haven't played anything yet. They still haven't played anything yet, which is always concerning. Because I think they have a counterspell. Or maybe not. I was going to play out the Sure Shot. But in that case, I can't... if I do this, I think I can still impend the Overlord. Because it should still reduce the cost of the impending. Yeah, it does. And next turn we can, assuming our Battlecry survives, Spinner and Sure Shot. They may have a Sweeper, but no, it's just a stock up. They could still land into another Lightning Helix. But yeah, losing our Trailblazer was annoying, so we don't get the card draw. What do they get? Just a tap land. So we should be pretty safe to get a decent hit in. Yeah, we will spin up. And they will sure shot. And we will just get down as of our land. Don't need another land. And we will give our spinner haste and trample, but that's not relevant. I suppose they could have Elspeth Smite, although I find that unlikely. Obviously, Wall 2 means they can't take out the sure shot. We'll hit him for 8. I'm obviously worried now about Sweeper. Have they got Sunfall? Have they got... They have Judgment. It looks like target removal. Obviously, if they don't take out the spinner, we do get to get some more creatures. And yeah, Wall 2 on the sure shot makes it hard to deal with. They've got a mana to do it. Just bouncing. That's annoying. You can't bounce a sure shot, mate. You haven't got the walled. I'm not sure why that took so long. Well, we'll get out the Battlecrier, get out a spinner, and another spinner. And we will just attack down. I'm not sure that's the right one. Well, we can just play out another sure shot. They need a sweeper or a lot of targeted removal. I don't think even another River Regent will do it. So we take out the sure shot. There's a chance we just find another one with our 2 spinners. But they are looking. We haven't really seen like anything like... Oh, Shiko gets back her Lightning Helix. I don't think that's enough. Obviously they're up to 6. But basically any creature we find, we're going to give haste to. And we do find our Ureni. How many lands have we got? 6? No, 7. For some reason, MTG Arena System doesn't count the tokens. So we can take out the River Region. Obviously, it's going to get haste. We can cast an Overlord or a Bloomvine Regent. We could have cast Bloomvine Regent first and gained life with Ureni, but I was so excited to play Ureni. Yeah, so we just smashing in for a huge amount of damage. We're on the draw, but we have a lot of 4-power creatures. Probably just plot the Trailblazer on turn 3, and hopefully we're not up against mono red and we're not dead. Because if we Trailblazer turn 3, then turn 4 we can get down that and the Battlecrier, and then assuming things survive, you know, we've got a pretty cheap Sure Shot and Overlord. Our opponent's on Jeskai, and they haven't played anything yet. They still haven't played anything yet, which is always concerning. Because I think they have a counterspell. Or maybe not. I was going to play out the Sure Shot. But in that case, I can't... if I do this, I think I can still impend the Overlord. Because it should still reduce the cost of the impending. Yeah, it does. The next turn we can, assuming our Battlecry survives, Spinner and Sure Shot. They may have a Sweeper, but no, it's just a stock up. They could still land into another Lightning Helix. But yeah, losing our Trailblazer was annoying because we don't get the card draw. What do they get? Just a tap land. So we should be pretty safe to get a decent hit in. Yeah, we will spin up. And they will Sure Shot. And we will just get down as of our land. Don't need another land. And we will give our Spinner haste and trample, but that's not relevant. I suppose they could have Elspeth Smite, although I find that unlikely. Obviously, Wall 2 means they can't take out the Sure Shot. We'll hit him for 8. I'm obviously worried now about Sweeper. Have they got Sunfall? Have they got... They have Judgment. It looks like targeted removal. Obviously, if they don't take out the Spinner, we do get to get some more creatures. And yeah, Wall 2 on the Sure Shot makes it hard to deal with. They've got a mana to do it. Just bouncing. That's annoying. You can't bounce a Sure Shot, mate. You haven't got the walled. I'm not sure why that took so long. Well, we'll get out the Battlecrier, get out a Spinner, and another Spinner. And we will just attack down. I'm not sure that's the right one. Well, we can just play out another Sure Shot. They need a Sweeper or a lot of targeted removal. I don't think even another River Regent will do it. So we take out the Sure Shot. There's a chance we just find another one with our 2 Spinners. But they are looking. We haven't really seen like anything like... Oh, Shiko gets back a lightning helix. I don't think that's enough. Obviously they're up to 6. But basically any creature we find, we're going to give haste to. And we do find our Ureni. How many lands have we got? 6? No, 7. For some reason, MTG Arena System doesn't count the tokens. So we can take out the river region. Obviously, it's going to get haste. We can cast an Overlord or a Bloomvine region. We could have cast Bloomvine region first and gained life with Ureni, but I was so excited to play Ureni. Yeah, so we just smashing in for a huge amount of damage. Our opponent goes first, but Battlecrier and Spinner's pretty good. And we can Brotherhood's End if we need to. Oh no, we can't, because we haven't got a... Oh no, sorry. I was being very stupid there. Well, let's get down Battlecrier. See, now Brotherhood's End isn't the best. Oh, that's a problem as well. We will spin up. And then... Sure shot. I don't think we want to give things haste. Because next turn, we can Ureni. Assuming everything survives, and that is a big assumption. Oh no. And it's an exile effect, so... let's put out another talent. But at least we can Overlord and attack with it. Which, yeah, I think we do want to do. They can triple block. But we are now a mana away from... Oh, they do triple block. We are now a mana away from the outer Ureni. And yeah, we hit another Overlord. Just the Baser. Do we draw the land? We do not, but a Battlecrier is pretty good. And we will just attack straight away with our Overlord again. And yeah, they jump again. And we get to find a couple more creatures. A Trailblazer. Can you plot with a cost reduction? No, you can't. In which case, I will wait until next turn to get it down. Oh, they like their lay down arms. Is it any target? It's the creatures or planeswalkers. protection from white, although obviously if they have a Sunfall or Day of Judgment, that won't do anything. I mean, it won't protect it from that. But I will take out their Overlord. And can I do everything else? No. They can keep a rabbit. And we smash in. They're down to 6. Thing is, even at a sweeper, we can play 2 sure shots. I don't think I've ever seen Toby in Standard, or very, very rarely seen him in Standard. We have played him as a commander in Brawl. Is this? Yeah, it is. Well, we fetch quite a few things. A Battlecrier. You find a ton. That is annoying. In that case, I think I just Ureni and take out Toby. And his beast. And then, yeah, we'll discard a Trailblazer. In fact, 2 Trailblazers. Yeah, Authority of Consoles is such an annoying card. Because if I have another sweeper, it's good protection from white. So target removal won't work. Get lost. Obviously, lay down arms. They haven't got enough. They haven't got enough planes anyway. They're only 1 off. You are a white card. This has protection from white. I mean, you could give your thing flying to block, but then we can just Brother's End. I think they're struggling why they can't remove Ureni with Elspeth. Yeah, Elspeth is a very white planeswalker, and Ureni has protection from white. We go first. Ooh. We really need to, I think, surveil into a 3rd land. Ideally a blue one. That's fine, because we can then World Wagon on 3. Our opponent also playing red-green. Maybe we World Wagon and then Brotherhood's End. We will fetch an island. Yeah, I think we do Brotherhood's End. Do we just for 2 creatures? Come on, play something else. Yes, we definitely Brotherhood's End. Survivaled. And yeah, that causes our opponent to scoop. Hello Magic fans. So as I said in the deck tech, I really like this deck. I think it is so much fun and just a bit different, and using cards like the Sure Shot, which I don't think I've ever seen before I built this deck, and hasn't seen much play, but it's just fun filling up a board full of 4 power creatures or 10 power creatures and just smashing in with them, and having resilience with the Spinner of Souls to restock a hand if they're removed. Yes, if we're up against an ultra quick aggro deck and we don't have Brotherhood's End or Burst Lightning, we're going to lose. Or if we're up against a graveyard deck or counter spells, we're going to lose. But for games which kind of go into the mid-range, we can just overpower our opponent completely. And in the play queue, that's what happened a lot. So it's not going to win any tournaments or anything, but it is a lot of fun. And if you like these colour pairings, and team was quite a good colour, I do like red-green, and obviously adding some blue in for there. And Temur Battlecrier is just such a fun card. Having cost reduction attached to a pretty efficient creature is just great fun. The problem with some cost reduction, well, a lot of cost reduction artifacts, which we rarely see in Standard, is they don't add to the board. So in Brawl, you'll see the medallion cycle of like Pearl Medallion and whatever, and Emerald Medallion, and they don't add to the board, and that can be a liability. But you can, getting down to 4/3, which means you can just cast other spells really easily, is just super fun. So really enjoy this deck. Please let me know down below if you like it, and if you play it, let me know how it goes. Everyone else, if you would, please engage and just leave a comments about what you like, what you don't like, what you would like me to, what I've done well, what I've done wrong, what kind of things you'd like to see me do. I'm really trying to grow the channel, and that will help the YouTube algorithm. I would like to give a shout out to my creature patron, that is Thomas. Thank you very much for your support. Everyone else, if you would like to have a look at that, there's a link down below in the video description and in my channel description. And maybe leave a comment about what you would like to see from Patreon or YouTube memberships, what kind of benefits you would like to see, because I'm still learning, and I definitely look into other things to give you guys if you want to support me more. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you all in the next video.